Hey guys, Abraham here. I just wanted to remind you guys that we upload all of our courses to Skillshare. Skillshare is this amazing site where you can access a ton of different content to learn, improve, and grow as an artist. We have all of our courses available to watch and learn from right now in Skillshare. You can check the description down here, and Skillshare is offering 1 free month trial to their premium membership. With this membership, you're going to be able to access all of our courses and watch and learn all of the amazing things that we cover with all of the softwares. So, what are you waiting for? Check Skillshare down here below. Hey guys, welcome back to another video in this channel. Today we're going to continue with the portfolio review. I think my camera is a little bit high. Let me move that around. There we go. So today was probably the hardest day on the museum. Some of you guys know that this week we've been working on one of my projects, which is Hyperlab. It's a VR experience, and we had so many people. Like, my throat is killing me. It's been great though. It's been great. We've had great results. People really love the content that we created for the museum. And yeah, but enough about me. Let's go on to the portfolios. So yesterday, I think the last guy that we checked out was Chirag. Yeah, I think it was Chirag was the last one, was it? Yeah, we showed some of his sculpting. So now let's continue with Varis. Varis Jelansi says, "Hello Abraham, I submitted before with Demon Character, which is one of your courses. Thank you. This time I would like you to review my entire portfolio. Let's go. Let's go. Let's check this out. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Wow, that's nice. A lot of stuff. Really cool. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna have, of course, time to go over every single piece. So I'm gonna pick the ones that I think have the most potential. I'm gonna give you my honest review for those ones, okay? So first of all, make sure, and we've mentioned this yesterday, this sort of things, which are just like exercises or things that look cool, they're nice for a student. They're nice for like final projects and stuff. But for your portfolio, you're past this. Like, I can see your levels way better than what we have right here. So I would definitely like take this guys out. Like, this loot is nice. It's a nice model, but it's not as good as some of your other stuff that I'm seeing here. This is really cool. I really like this one. I think the render could be a little bit cleaner, a little bit better. I see here that it's done in Unreal Engine 4, and I see that you did this 2 years ago. So this is the kind of projects that I always recommend my students. If you have a good project, it's good to, instead of investing so much time trying to create something new, just improve upon this one. So bring this into Unreal Engine 5, use the new Lumen features for global illumination stuff, update some of the textures, update some of the models, and instead of having, again, to start from scratch, you can just update this one and have a great portfolio piece. This one I really like. I think this one's pretty cool. It's modular. It seems to have some sort of like trim sheets and stuff. Yeah, there we go. Those are the trim sheets. So this is really cool. If you want to get into game development, like showing this sort of stuff, like you can work with modular elements, it's always super handy. I applaud you for that one. And then we jump into characters. So character-wise, I think some of them are a little bit weak. For instance, this one right here, I don't really like. I think he looks a little bit goofy. He looks a little bit weird. I mean, the model is not bad, the anatomy is not bad, but just the design in general and the presentation is not the best one. This one's over here, they look a little bit newer, so this one looks, like, the face on this one looks really good, but then the proportions are really funny. I kind of understand what you were going for with this sort of like small dwarfish sort of like troll, but trolls are like, when I think about the troll, I think about this like huge creature, right? So yeah, I would definitely like improve this one a little bit more. You definitely want to play a little bit more with the roughness of your character and the depth of the cavity maps that you're using to make sure that the skin looks a lot more realistic, because right now it looks a little bit flat, a little bit cartoonish. The details are there, like the anatomy is not bad, you can definitely improve it, but the blood, for instance, it looks very fake. It says here you're using Substance 3D Painter. I think you're not using all of the layers to the maximal potential. Like the tattoo that you have here on the head also looks a little bit weird. Check out the tattoo. I did a tattoo video a couple of weeks ago. You might want to use that one for that character. What's this? Oh, this is cool. I like the shader. Yeah, this shader looks nice. I like that one. That's a nice piece. It's a little bit different. This one's really nice. This one's really nice. I'm not sure if this is you. If this is you, then nice to meet you. My hair gets like this when I leave it like long enough as well. This is a nice piece. I think this one you could give it a nicer render, a nicer presentation, maybe some better colors, have a little bit of a better light for the whole setup, and this is a really nice piece that you can polish. This revolver, Congratulations, this one looks really, really clean. I can see that you used a tutorial, and using tutorials again is not a bad idea. I'm gonna give you guys a tip that I gave one of my students not long ago. When you're using a tutorial, you can sometimes try to do something different than the tutorial. So for instance, I just released the hair tutorial, right? And in one of the hair tutorials, I would do this sort of like specific beard for my character. You can try to follow the same process that I did, but not do the same beard style. Like utilize the information that I showed and create a different beard style. And that shows a little bit like it looks a little bit better on your portfolio when you took the information from the tutorial and then did something on your own without just following like all of the steps. I always think that that's more valuable. You guys might want to check that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I applaud you. Your presentation for the characters is really nice. Not everyone posts them, and posting is definitely a little bit complicated. I would definitely suggest you work a little bit more on your anatomy. Some of your like proportions for the face, proportions for the chest, and things, they do look a little bit wonky. So it's a matter of polishing them a little bit more, and texturing. You definitely need to work on texturing. Topology here. This is not the best topology. It's not bad, but it's not the best one. There's still things that you can improve on this character. But you're in a good path, my friend. I think you have the potential. It definitely looks to me that you want to be a character artist. Anatomy should be a foundation of your study from now on. I'm preparing one anatomy course. It's going to be coming soon. It's not the next one. The next one does have some anatomy. I can spoil a little bit about that one. But we're gonna have a more in-depth anatomy tutorial later down this year. So stay tuned for that one as well. Cool. Let's go with Marvin. Marvin V. Hello, Abraham. Your tutorials and courses have been very helpful and helped me to grow as an artist. That's always good to hear. While my portfolio isn't 100% up to date, I would still like to hear your opinion on my projects. I am a digital film design student from Germany with passion for hard surface modeling, texturing, and environment creation. Recently, I started an internship at a game studio. One of my first tasks is to create trim sheets, so your most recent was a good way to get some insight in that topic. Hope you have a great day. I'm gonna try something. No, I was gonna try something, but now I'm feeling like really a bit shy. I learned German when I was in high school. Ich kann Deutsch verstanden, aber mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut. Hopefully that one sounded a little bit like a Deutsch. Probably my pronunciation it's horrible, but hallo, mein Name ist Abraham. I just know the basic stuff. Germany is one of the countries that I would love to visit someday. So hopefully you can tell me where to visit. Let's see. Okay, so again, out of the bat, it's not bad to not have a lot of stuff. We've mentioned this before. It's okay, but you want to make sure that the stuff that you have on your portfolio is top notch. So this is not bad. It's a nice modular house. Textures look good. It's okay. I don't think I would have this. And even you're mentioning this. This is your first assignment on your university. Again, this is the kind of stuff that you have on your Instagram. I'm going to show you. Like, I don't have, or my Instagram is like, I don't use it. I don't upload a lot of stuff. But let me show you. Like, see, this is some of these are a couple of the exercises that I have done with you guys. Some of them I've done for some of my classes over here. It's not a lot of stuff, and this guys will never be on my main portfolio because even though I think they're cool, they're not like portfolio worthy, right? So even if you have like a nice image, I did this exercise like how to create like transparency for leaves or games. Even though it looks like nice as an image, it's not strong enough to be on your portfolio. This is what's happening with this one. It's a strong and a nice exercise, but it's not worthy of your portfolio, especially if I'm seeing stuff like this, which is a very nice product render. Now, I've heard about this guy before, Elemensa. I know he's really good. Again, okay, you learn how to do this, right? Like, you know how to do a Wacom tablet because you follow his tutorial. Now, what about you do like a Huion tablet, right? Or like a different model of a Wacom tablet. Why? Because you're gonna have to apply all of the things that you learn, but in a different way, right? That's the kind of stuff that you want to be applying. That's why tutorials are so cool, because tutorials will teach you how to do something, but then you need to apply that knowledge to something different. So that would be my challenge for you. If you learn from this tutorial, fine, but not just follow it. Do something different that uses the same tools that you learn. Same for this one. Like, this is a great webcam, and I've seen this webcam so many other times. It's a nice tutorial, and you're gonna learn a lot about like hard surface modeling. Now, where can you apply this sort of stuff? What about like a microscope, right? Microscope. So a good challenge is like, okay, I'm gonna look for a microscope, and with all of the things that I learned, I'm gonna do my own microscope, and then maybe I'm gonna texture it so that it looks look old and decayed, so that it's like a prop for a video game or a film. Because if you could model this camera right here, like if you were able to model this camera, I'm sure you're gonna be able to model this one. It's not gonna be as easy because you're gonna have to figure out things that there's no tutorial for, right? But all of the techniques that you learn now can be applied to this. So whenever you do a tutorial, guys, always try to do it, follow it, and then do something on your own. This one, I love it. I love this one. The composition is great. The light is great. The textures look amazing. This composition looks way better than this one. I would probably use this one on my portfolio. I will probably take this one out. It's not as nice. So I would just keep this one. Just keep this one, and then what you can do if you want to have more stuff here in your portfolio, do a couple of renders of the individual things like the controller, the console, the cartridge, the camera. Like have a couple of like one-shot renders, like 3-point light setup, very easy, clean render of the elements, and this is going to be like a great project. So you can get a lot of elements from one single project. And what I can see that you really like this one, and this is something that happens very frequently with students. You're gonna do a project and you're like, oh, this is my favorite project, but sometimes if it's your favorite project doesn't always mean that it's your best project. So this is a project that I would say is not up to the standard that I know that you can create. It's not bad, it's good, it looks okay, but I would personally have this guy right here as your cover picture rather than this one. Oh, you're from Dusseldorf, nice. So yeah, that would be my advice. The render here really dark, really contrasty. I would definitely go for a different thing. I don't think you're using an HDR. Remember, for metals you always want to use an HDR because HDR gives reflections, and reflections are very important for metals to look good. So this model is not bad. Like this model, I can see that you put a lot of effort into it, and the texture is actually okay, but the render is hurting you on this one. Same for this one. The model looks good, like this is some sort of like gun or engine or something, but the render is not helping. Especially like this first render, I don't even know what I'm looking at, right? Until I see this third render, that's when I can get an idea of, okay, I kind of understand what this is. It looks now like a ship to me or something. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. So I think the render here is hurting you. The textures also look a little bit dark, and that's because of the HDR. You don't have an HDR on your scene. You're probably only using like 2 or 3 lights on your scene, like Arnold lights. And the problem with that is there's no reflections. The background, everything is dark, right? It's completely black. So there's nothing to reflect, and therefore this guy is gonna look fake. It's gonna look like it was made on a computer. So even if you're using or doing like a clean render, always go for like a studio-like setup. So whenever I'm doing things like this, for instance, for the hard surface a course that I finished a couple of months ago, I would go to this studio and just grab like a basic studio, like this Studio Small 09, or some of this like contrasty ones. If you want like a high contrast stuff, that's fine. Grab one as if one of these ones, because you're gonna get more realistic reflections and your objects are gonna look a lot better. This model, I don't think is up to the level that you've done before. It's a very simplistic model. The textures are not bad, but the modeling is not good. It's very just like boxy. And again, I can see here it's just an exercise. It's just your free time. This does not go here. This goes on your social media like Instagram and Facebook or WhatsApp, whatever you want to use. This one's nice. I like this one. I think you're using some of the. Are you using some of the stuff from our fire tutorial maybe, or is that like superimposed in Photoshop? I can't tell. But yeah, this is better. This is a nicer element. I love this book, by the way, The Name of the Wind. Patrick Rothfuss is an amazing writer. Hopefully he finishes the next one soon. Okay, I'm seeing you are following a concept. This is a great concept. There's a lot of stuff missing, though. I think your textures need a little bit more work, and the lighting could improve as well. I would probably take this one out of my portfolio for now. Keep polishing it before submitting it, because you do have some nice assets, like the candles look nice, the little like tank card looks nice, but there's other things that you definitely will need to work on. So yeah, that's it, my friend. Happy to help. Hopefully you like that review, and keep me posted. Show me next time what you're working on, and I'll be happy to help you as well. Let's go with Adrian. Hi, I submitted a portfolio review a few months ago. Since then, I have updated it with new pieces. Please let me know what you think. Great, let's take a look. I always love seeing my students submit new stuff, because that way I can see how you're growing and improving. Oh yeah, I remember you. You were one of the card dudes. You were doing a lot of cards, and I think I did ask you to do other stuff like weapons, and I can see this one right here. Well, this is from 6 months ago. Which is the new one? I think I remember. Oh yeah, I remember you, and I remember your because I told you the grain, right? The wood grain. Fix it. Fix the wood grain. Remember, change the grain so that it goes towards the longest section of your stuff. Just go inside your folder, change the wood grain direction, and this piece is gonna be like 10 times better. Check this clipping as well. That one definitely needs a little bit more check. I remember this one as well, the military radio. This is the new one, it seems. I don't remember this one, and this one looks really cool. Nice. I'm not a huge fan of sci-fi. I've always been more of a fantasy guy myself, but this one looks really nice. The low poly it's great. It's perfect. This is the amount of polygons that you would expect for a game asset. Now the question is, did you follow a tutorial or not? If you follow the tutorial, then my same advice goes, like try to do something out of the tutorial and do it yourself. But if you did this on your own based on a concept, then this is amazing. This is really, really cool. The maps are really well organized. I like them. I do think there's a little bit of wasted space here on the UV section of things. I would need to dive a little bit more into the element and see if we can optimize a little bit more. But it's fine. Like I do see a lot of empty spaces, but it seems okay. Like this can work. Cool. And then we did this a sniper rifle. Nice. Now, careful here, you're using some sort of software to render the element, and I'm seeing this of sort of aliasing on the sides of the gun. You can see like the pixelation there. Either render this higher at a higher resolution because it looks a little bit pixelated, or render it without or with transparency, depending on what you're using, so that you don't get that banding because it makes it look a little bit weird, a little bit off. Yeah, see that like little halo, like a white halo that we get on the sides. That's not. I mean, again, it's not like bad. It's not gonna break the piece because the piece is a really good piece, but it's just it takes away from a clean render. This piece is amazing, my friend. A really nice attention to detail, a really nice optimization. It seems like I can barely tell the elements. The bakes look clean. I can see them there. Do we have a wireframe? Yes, yes. I love wireframes. Nice, nice, yes, yeah. Yeah, this is amazing. I love it. Great. Okay, here's a little bit of an issue. The body UVs are okay. The scope is a little bit, like there's a lot of empty space that we could maybe optimize a little bit more. The bipod is fine. Yeah, I'm not sure if a game, studio would allow you to use 3 2K UV sets for this gun. You would probably get like 1 2K map for everything. I know why you did it in 3 maps, and I like that you use one of my advices, which is always go overboard, because if you can go overboard, that usually means that you can like tone it down in performance. But here I would probably save you or save myself a little bit of trouble and probably combine the scope and the bipod and keep the body as one UV and then this two as another UV. I know that the texture quality is gonna go lower, but I don't know. It just looks more performance. Like it looks like you know a little bit, or you want to be careful about performance a little bit more if you're only using 2 textures for this thing instead of 3. But this is a great asset. I love it. Congratulations. So yeah, you're improving, man. Keep on working. You're in a good shape. You're definitely gonna be an amazing hard surface modeler, prop modeler. It's great. I can definitely tell that this is what you like. This is what you love. So keep pushing for this one. Take out this fantasy axe. You don't need it anymore. Take out this like boxy character. You don't need it anymore either. Just keep your best work here, and you're gonna be great. So keep on going. Ooh, we have Takahiro Yamasaki. Nice. That's like a very badass name. I love it. I have studied 3D modeling for 2 years. Please review my portfolio. Yes, of course. What I would like you to see is this models down below, okay? Because I seek employment of CG industry, especially game industry. This industry demands employer to make a resemble model from concept art. Yes. For making a portfolio, I think this factor is important. Before reviewing my portfolio, I have a question for you. Which hairstyle, action type, or polygon type should I choose to make when I start modeling hair? Because I wasn't able to decide 9S model's hairstyle on this one, okay? His hair looks like action type hair, but my teacher said using action is difficult to learn and make. So should I use action for creating hair in spite of its difficulties? Then, my friend, Takahiro, I just released the new course on hair creation for characters for games. In that course, I cover both hair cards and action hair. and you can see for yourself. The techniques that I show are very simple. Your teacher is right. Action is a little bit more difficult and it takes a little bit more time to control. But if you can get your hands on it, it's a really good way to create like very realistic here, and it's gonna be the future. So if you want to invest some time, I would definitely recommend doing that. So let's take a look at your portfolio. Let's see what you got here. Okay, cool. Cool. Again, I'm just gonna go and gloss over some of the ones that I don't think are as good. Practice. Don't upload practice stuff. We've talked about this before. I'm not gonna go too deep into this. The model is not bad. The model is actually good. The UVs are not bad. They could be a little bit more optimized. The texture is good. The presentation here, not the best. We need to work a little bit on the renders. We do have the 3-point light setup render on our videos. Check it out on the like the playlists. Because that one could really benefit you. This could be a good model. I think you could actually, you don't need to show, oh wait, there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay. So yeah, get rid of this. I don't think it's going to be as helpful as you might think. It's cool, it's funny, it's nice. It shows a little bit about yourself, which is great, but you don't want to have all of this stuff on your like professional portfolio. M1 Thompson. Okay, you show a little bit of the process, that's fine, but you always want to start with the beauty shot. Like your first photograph on the project should always be the best photograph before you show all of this stuff. It's not a bad model, but it's not perfect either. There's a couple of things that could definitely be improved. So I would probably take this one out of your portfolio. This one I love. Oh, wait, not that one. I mean, this one's fine. This one's fine. No, take this one out. This one, I like this guy. Yeah, so this guy right here, this is fun. I like him. I think you could polish him. I definitely needs a little bit more work. I think I've seen this concept before. I'm not sure where. It's probably from a game. But yeah, don't update all of this practice stuff on your portfolio. I've seen this one before as well. Is this from a tutorial? Probably. This one's from a tutorial as well, right? See, that's the problem with working with a lot of tutorials and doing only tutorial stuff. A lot of people do it as well. So, for instance, for me as an instructor, I can already say that I've seen this one before. And some people do it better, some people do it worse. And you don't want your work to be like easily comparable to other people's work. So be careful with that. This one's a little bit better. I like this one, and I like that you took a concept art and created this asset. It definitely needs a little bit more of work. It looks a little bit like plastic. Well, not plastic. Yeah, plasticky. It looks like it's made out of clay rather than like sharp and strong like steel. I'll probably do a stylized weapon soon. We did the sword, by the way. If you want to check that tutorial there, I try to manage it into a more like stylized approach. So you might want to check this out. Fall Guys, I mean, it's fine, but it's, again, not necessary, right? It's a nice little environment. Check out my marmoset course. I talk about like refraction and stuff because it's a good practice, but I wouldn't have this on my portfolio. And now this one looks a little bit better. This is nice. This is a nice character. Proportions are okay. The maps are okay. Topology is a little bit dense for what we have on her. Like the shirt and everything, it's a little bit denser than the face, for instance, and face should be a little bit more important. You did a good job on the hair cards, by the way. Like this polygon cards that you did, it's actually like not bad. And then you have this guy right here, 9S. Proportions are a little bit off. The arms are a little bit too short. So you want to check this out. Remember that arms, when you like bring the arms down, they should be all the way up to the knees, like roughly to the knees with the fingertips. So check that one out. The eyes look good. Eyelashes are okay. The hair again is not bad. So from what I can say, where I can see, it seems like you are trying to do or go more into the character route. Remember, characters, you definitely need to learn a little bit more about ZBrush and sculpting. Sculpting anatomy. Again, I think the next course that I'm gonna be releasing might be helpful for you. You're in a good, you're like in a good progress. I think like when I see like this thing right here, which was done 2 years ago, like this anatomy right here, which was not looking great, and now I see this guy right here, which has proper proportions and the face is fine. You are definitely improving. My advice would be pick a project or pick one thing of the production things that you want to be better at. I would suggest sculpting. Like I would suggest learning like a full anatomy course and do a full character. Like with no props, no cloth, maybe just like an anatomy study so that you understand all of your anatomy properly. Even if it's like in this anime style, which is really cool, that's fine. But just focus on mastering that first before jumping onto full characters and doing all of the cloth and stuff. Because when we spread ourselves too thin and we try to do a lot of things at the same time, that usually takes away from the quality of our final pieces. But regards, my friend, Japan is one of the other places that I would love to visit. So hopefully I'll be there once at one point in my life. Vanessa, hello, sir. First of all, thank you very much for making tons of courses and tutorial videos. It is a great and helpful thing for me and other artists. You are welcome. I'm always happy to do so. I have been learning 3D for 2 years. Right now, I'm in my second year at my university. Back then, I discovered your channel from the gun modeling tutorial, and it helps me a lot. I will soon be applying for an internship in the game industry. Therefore, I would like to hear your opinions about my portfolio. Great. Let's take a look. Vanessa from Sumatera, Indonesia. Wow, I don't think I've heard about Indonesian students a lot. So let's take a look. This is great. This is one of the exercises that I give my students at my texturing and environment modeling course here in Mexico. And yeah, this is great. It seems to me that you did your own concept and then made it into 3D. That's fine. My advice would be take someone else's concept and then do it in 3D, because when you do your own concept and then make it into 3D, you change things. See the size of the whale that you drew here? I'm not sure if it's your drawing. I'm just guessing it is. But if it is your drawing, you drew like a very big whale and then you made it very small. So that's the kind of thing that the concept art would be like, nah, this guy should be like bigger. Oh, I see you are a gamer of culture. Yeah, here are my Genshin Impact icons as well. I love Genshin Impact. It's a great game. I lost PD, or I lost my 50-50. I was trying to go for Sangonomiya Kokomi, and I didn't get her, unfortunately. Actually, you know what happened? I'm going to tell you because you might understand. I was saving for Sangonomiya Kokomi, and then I had the PD, and I made the mistake and I rolled on Raiden's banner, and I already had Raiden, so now I have a C1 Raiden, and I lost my guaranteed on the Kokomi, and I tried to get her, couldn't get her. I can't spend that much money on the game, so yeah, it's a sad story. But yeah, that's a great concept. Let's go here. This one's cool. It's a nice one. I would definitely keep this one here. That's a nice model. This one's also a nice model, nice gun, clean, optimized. I like it. And then this one immediately grabbed my attention. Okay, so the upper part doesn't look that bad here, but here it looks a little bit wonky. The texture and the fabrics look a little bit like cardboard. I don't think that's what you want to go for. I know I just released the Marvelous Designer course, so I would definitely advise, if you have the time and you can get, we have the free Skillshare subscription, by the way, check it out. In 1 month, you can definitely learn Marvelous Designer, and it's a great software that's going to allow you to make this kind of stuff way easier and with a better result. So I would probably take this one out for now. This one's fine. This is a nice little environment setup, a lot of little props, a lot of optimization for games. I like this one. I will keep it, or I would keep it. And this is pretty cool. Procedural Chocolate. Substance Designer. That's a software that I need to learn a little bit more about. I know the very basics, but I haven't really like delved deep into the element. This looks very good. Congratulations. I like it. This one I would keep. This is a perfect good example of how you can adapt and create like different cool things for your portfolio. So congratulations, Vanessa. You're in a really good path. Keep on working. Keep on pushing. I think you're gonna have a good, like good luck on your search for an internship. I would probably try to add something organic here, even if it's something simple. Like try to model one of the slimes from Genshin Impact or something like that. I think that would be good because you have a lot of hard surface environments. Maybe having a little bit of like character or creature work will be a good boost for your portfolio as well. Only if you can get it to the quality that I'm seeing here with the other pieces. So yeah, give me 1 second, guys. There we go. Let's keep rolling. Let's see. Who do we have left? 3 more. Gaurav. Hello, my name is Gaurav Kumar. I have studied 3D modeling for 2 years. Please review my portfolio. Yes, my friend. I will review your portfolio. Just 1 second. I'm getting another phone call, I think. Okay, I'll call her back. So, okay. For 2 years, I would expect a little bit more work, my friend. 5 pieces is a little bit too few. Is that the word to say? There are too few. You need to get more stuff. You need more stuff for your portfolio. I don't know what this is. I'm sorry to say. It looks like a camera or something, but it looks incomplete. There's no more pictures, and I don't really see what this is. If it's a practice, again, we've talked about practices, not the best thing to add to your portfolio. But this one, I like this one. This is a nice piece. I like it. It's a great piece, actually. I think this is a perfectly fine portfolio piece. I would probably have a picture of this, kind of like a front view, back view, side view on one side view on the other side, and then like 3/4 view, kind of like a prop presentation sheet, and then like briefcase, like the name right here, right? I would probably do something like this as well as all of this like poses or other like things that you do. But that's usually when you see like a prop concept art like piece of presentation, you're usually gonna see the prop like this, like in different like positions, right? So it's a really nice way to present your work without because I really don't need to have like 4 of these images right here. If I have one image with all of the views and then like a very nice beauty render on one of the corners, that usually is more than enough. And this is a great piece. I would probably do this that I told you for this particular piece, and that would be really, really good. Same for this one. This one I do think you went a little bit too heavy with the like damage on the plastic. It looks cardboardy, like cardboard or like very corrugated plastic, and that makes it look a little bit weird. I'll probably go for like a more glossy stuff or increase the texture resolution, because it also seems like you're using like only a 2K texture. Try going for a 4K. Maybe you'll get more mileage out of it, and be careful with the scale of the bump, because the bump right now it's a little bit too aggressive, I would say. This, I don't particularly like this one. I think this one is a little bit weak compared to the other ones. I'll probably take this out of your portfolio for now and improve a little bit on it. One of the main things that I see is you have this like metal edgeware going across the whole like section of the barrel, and you wouldn't have this. Like, it would be more aggressive in certain areas and less aggressive in other areas. So be careful there. And then this one's actually a little bit better. I like it. I like this one. However, one thing that I don't like is the render. The render is very boring. We don't have like any nice light or any nice shadows. It's just like a gray render. So try to improve the render, and again, use this sort of like technique where you have one render where there's like multiple copies. You of course are gonna have to like create like the little collage in Photoshop, because you might not be able to do it in Marmoset. But this is a nice model. A wireframe of the model would be appreciated as well, and having some images of the textures as well, so that we can see how the UVs are laid out. Especially if you want to become a prop artist, you definitely want to have those on your portfolio. Now here it says that you also want to be a character artist. We need to see a little bit more of characters, okay? So make sure to add some characters, work on a character, so that you can include it on your portfolio. Let's go with Vimal Chowdhury. New. Hi, thanks a lot for the review. I uploaded the wireframe. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is great because you guys listen to me and sneaky. Vimal, you were very sneaky. I mentioned that this link was gonna be closed very soon. You actually made it. You actually made it in time to have this stuff. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, this is great, my friend. Wow. Amazing. You got me. I thought this was gonna be way higher poly than it is. I mean, these textures are definitely like 4K textures or something, because there's no way you can get this much detail with just like a 2K texture. But this is amazing. This is a great prop. So congratulations. I'm not gonna dwell too much on this one. Yeah, this is great. This is game ready. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. And finally, Sarah is Vythe. How is it pronounced? I'm not sure. Dear Abraham, hi, how are you doing? I'm really tired, Sarah, but I'm really happy to be here helping you guys. I'm sending you my portfolio for your feedback. It will be beneficial for me to hear your opinion about my projects. I started learning 3D modeling in 2020 at college, and a year later texturing and lighting. I enjoy making personal projects based on concept arts and learning anything about the 3D animation pipeline. So basically, I have been making 3D stuff for approximately 2 years and currently learning animation. I really enjoyed the variety of courses you present to us on Skillshare and YouTube. Briefly explained and interesting to follow. Keep it up with the great work. Thank you. Thank you. Moreover, I would like to see from your courses on Maya related to visual effects, VFX animation. See, this is the thing. I'm not a master at visual effects or VFX animation. You guys know that the 3D world is like super vast and there's so many things. My special focus has always been modeling, texturing, and rendering. In the last few years, I've been doing a lot of rigging, so I've been getting a little bit more like familiarized with the whole like rigging world. I've been doing animation, but VFX and visual effects are one of those things that I don't really know as much. So you saw some of my Bifrost stuff like a couple of months ago. That's me learning stuff because I'm new to the world. So unfortunately, I might not be the guy to go for that kind of stuff, but for everything else, I'm happy to help. Okay, I've seen this one before. I've seen this concept somewhere around the internet. This is a good, this is a like faithful reproduction. Congratulations, this like clay render looks amazing. Nice presentation on the render. This is a nice render. I like it. It's clean, but I do think we went a little bit too heavy on the bumpiness of the element. Usually bumpiness is not as intense. Like, go get your camera and take a couple pictures of a wall or of the ground, and you're gonna see it's not as noisy. We tend to like really push things way too much when we're doing 3D work, and that's not something that you're usually gonna encounter on the real world. So try to bring these things down a little bit. Now the other thing, this guy is made out of metal, and I don't see reflections, like proper reflections on this guy. This is again where an HDR is really helpful, because you're gonna be seeing reflections of the environment on the pieces, like on this guys right here. Because right now I think we're only seeing the reflections of the orange background and the main elements. You definitely want this thing to. Oh, actually I do see a little bit of reflection there. Then it might seem like the metal is a little bit too matte. I would keep it a little bit more glossy probably, but that's a nice one. I like that one. Cool. I think I've seen this one before as well. This concept. Yeah. Dixit. Yeah, I've seen this Dixit guy. He's the guy from the little robots, right? So yeah, okay. I like it. Nice. Ooh, you even rigged it. Nice. Nice. Okay, here's where things get a little bit weird. How many texture sets you have? You might have a couple too many. Let's not do too many sets. That's gonna be important. And be careful with the scale of the elements. Although I think it's really good. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this one. It's a simple piece. Like, I wouldn't consider this to be like super technically intense. It is good that you were able to rig the hand. That's very cool. But yeah, I wouldn't say this is like super like intense on the like modeling side of things. But it's a good concept. I like it. The Rooster Warrior. I think I've seen this one before as well. Like this sort of like drawing style. You definitely like this sort of like minimalistic, simple style, which is fine. It's fine. If you like this, one of the things that I might recommend, because this thing might work well with your style, is hand painted textures. Some of these pieces would benefit from having a little bit more hand painted textures. I think that would be pretty cool. But it's a nice project. I'm not too sure this is the best project to have on your portfolio. Like, I really like these two ones. This one, I don't love it. But keep working, keep adding more stuff here to your portfolio, and maybe later on take this one out when you have more stuff to show. But congratulations on this project. These are really clean, really nice projects. So I think you're going to be having quite a bit of success. You're from Jordan, or is it pronounced Jordan or Jordan? It's probably Jordan, right? In Spanish, it's Jordan. Amazing. It's so fun to have so many students from so many different places. So yeah, that's it. This is the last one. Thank you everyone for your submissions. It's been a pleasure for me to be giving you this feedback. This guys, I'm gonna delete all of this guys, so don't worry, they're gonna be gone. And from now on, I'm gonna keep the link open. It's probably gonna be the same link, but now it's gonna say next to submissions May. So make sure to open that one up if you want to submit for your next month's submission, like portfolio review. So yeah, this is it guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you back tomorrow. We'll continue with the character, and don't worry, I know the lighthouse, it's coming. I answered some of your questions on the comments yesterday. I'm not abandoning that project. It's looking very good. It's coming, but we need to look for things that are gonna help us grow as a channel as well. So that's why we need to give it a little bit of variation, but we'll keep on working on that one. Don't worry. So yeah, that's it for now guys. I'll see you back on the next one. Bye bye.